need your help with something. We need to move quickly.
Just me?
Yes, we'll move faster if it's a light party.
Will we be rejoining the group?
Absolutely. We're just chasing down a lead real quick.
Let's go. We can leave these idiots behind.
Good. It seems the mayor has returned to town. I'd very much like to have a word with him.
Anything I can do to be of service, Mr. Black. Let's go.
Fantastic. This'll be fun. Hello and welcome to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. Let's start by introing our cast. Starting from my left, we have Zach as Parrot of Lincolnwoods.
Hello.
To his left, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Did I win?
To his left, we have Francesco as Felix Fizzlebottom.
Can we give it on with the objective?
To his left, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
Boing, boing, boing.
And to his left, we have Massimo as the gorgeous Morton Mac.
Manservant, I want my duck back.
As you heard in the cold open, James and Hoblet the Smasher have gone on a task with Mr. Black to investigate a thing.
The rest of us were out of the room at the time.
That's right.
So whatever happened there would be a surprise to us.
So now, because we left off the end of last episode, Jarrell was hauling back on the hammer.
Yes.
So I'm going to complete that action. I rolled a 7. And he yells, "Did I win?"
No.
He immediately turns to look, and is Hoblet there?
No.
He is so relieved that Hoblet didn't see him lose.
I love it. All right. So, Felix, you're left watching the man's meat that he just left here.
Yeah.
Just dripping
You're
all
left
over the
here
street.
watching the meat.
Like, all I wanted to do was just, like, check out. You know, I mean, I know, I get it. It's a carnival. It's fun. Like, we're having a great time. But, like, I don't think anyone is grasping the seriousness of the situation.
Boing,
boing, boing.
Our
Yes,
flies
as you're
boing.
thinking about seriousness, he bounces by on his pogo stick.
Are flies swinging around, flying around the swarma? Now that's been sitting there for a couple minutes.
You mean the Ron Schwartzen special?
Yes.
It's just a pile of meat
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a pile of meat out in the
sitting
sun.
next to Felix in the
Sitting
sun.
next to Felix.
In the distance, they
It
hear
hasn't been long enough to attract a ton of flies.
You know, I'm going to grab a doggy bag. I'm going to box it up for him. And I'm going to put it in my bag of holding.
That's teamwork there.
In the distance, does anybody hear like a gnomish kind of voice go, "Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?"
Does anyone have a passive perception better than 15?
Definitely not.
No.
No, they don't yet.
Boing.
Wait till you
boing.
get a little bit higher. You start hitting that high note later in the song. They'll probably hear that.
Galileo.
So how much for the biggest prize? How much would Jarrell have to give the owner to get the biggest prize?
At that rate of strength, you're looking at like 7 times in a row you'd have to play
Oh, he
get
just wants
enough
to buy
toys
the
to trade.
prize.
to buy the prize. Oh yeah, you can do that for 20 gold.
Okay, so he immediately walks back to Felix and say, "Ha, Felix, look what I won. I don't even know what Hoblet got."
We all saw you do
I
that.
don't care.
No. You may not have seen him do that. You're busy crying in the middle of the street.
Whoa.
In a box.
Following the
Not
pogo
in a box.
stick.
He really
I'm not in the
apologized.
box.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Not in the
because you
penalty
left
box.
off in the outro was crying.
I
Okay,
am
so you're
following Pogo Man, kind of crying, now just whimpering.
Okay, you're following Pogo Man, who's crossed in front of this, but I'm going to say you were paying more attention to following Pogo Man than you were to whether or not he bought anything.
Okay, fine.
I like the action enough where I want it to succeed.
Fine.
Okay, so now you've hit 2.
Wait, what part of the song is that?
The high note.
Doesn't really matter.
The
It
two.
really matters to me.
Okay.
Yeah, and you hitting the high note, I would like anyone with a passive perception better than 10 can hear that because
Mine
it's
is 10.
piercing.
You see that?
Everyone's passive perception should be above, like between 10 and 15.
Yeah, mine is.
Yeah. So you guys hear it. It is he hit that high note, but he hit it really hard, and you guys can hear what is very clearly Paradil hitting
Clearly
that note.
Paradil.
Wow, I wasn't trying to go there, but that's the classic Freudian double entendre there.
I think they should come in when I hit Thunderbolts and Lightning. Very, very frightening me.
Galileo!
Okay, yeah, that's another.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's they get there for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I like
you guys hear the high note and start proceeding down to what could possibly be Paradil in great pain.
Can you roll a performance check to see if we're impressed?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah.
And side note, this is like canonically like a Frankie Wild song.
Yes,
now?
it is Frankie
Yeah.
Wild. You are covering Frankie Wild.
The glory days of Frankie
okay.
Wild.
Yes.
That's a 4.
So that's a karaoke level
So,
performance.
so what you hear is this Frankie Wild rendition, but what is actually happening is,
Yeah,
Right.
not doing good.
you know,
Yeah.
Right.
Do we
Yeah,
try
it is Paradil singing karaoke.
Do we back him up?
No.
You
I love him.
only arrive
You might.
when he gets to Galileo.
I also, in between verses, maybe like berate the audience a little bit for being disinterested.
like what kind of berate are we talking about? Like,
what's wrong with you people? Don't you know good singing when you hear it? I'm doing great up here.
okay, so you're not going quite full Michael Richards here, nothing. Like, you're not going off the deep end.
Next subject. Oh my god.
Not soon enough.
Oh god.
Okay, so but you're not you're just going easy on him.
Yeah.
I'm all miscalibrated, okay?
Holy
Like
shit.
my threshold for bullshit is just way too high.
Wow.
I know. I'm not even interested. Like we could probably cut that whole segment too.
No, I like
that's
that.
fine.
I definitely like the
we've
awkwardness
crossed that
of
line
that.
before.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Have we crossed? I don't think we've crossed that
We
line
didn't cross
before.
the line. We only hinted at crossing the line.
Okay,
No, I'm
great.
sure on several occasions. we've
Next
definitely
subject.
Anyways, I think that when
That's the next song at karaoke.
Right.
Oh God. I think that when Peridot gets to the part where like there's a bunch of voices coming, you know, the Scaramouche, can you do the fandango? You know, like things
Okay.
like that,
Thunderbolts
right?
and lightning.
Very
Yeah,
frightening,
that's right when you're getting there.
Right. I'm gonna come in through the Galileo part, and I'm gonna do the off, like this, the every other Galileo.
Are you doing the high one or the low one?
I'm
You
gonna-
can just press to digitize it, can't you?
No, I'm going to do the high one
You're
for
gonna-
you.
Roll
All
for
right.
performance.
Give us a performance.
It's 11.
Yes.
Well, better.
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite as bad as Paradol.
You're
but-
not failing at Rock Band here.
I was gonna say I got at least a +5 to
Yeah.
that, so I have decent charisma.
You're 3-star in this one
Right.
now.
And Paradol's visibly irate for you coming up and
Stealing his thunder.
trying to one up me.
No, you're my boy. I'm helping you out.
Yeah, but I'm an asshole.
And he also can't admit that he's probably flunking this one badly.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to back up my friend.
Yeah.
I should
We
appreciate
know you
that.
are.
Yeah, you should appreciate that.
I am not.
Mort's in the back singing the wrong. What was it? Frankie who?
Frankie
Frankie
Wild.
Wild.
The Wild
Frankie
Bunch.
Wild song. and I'm just saying, "Don't stop me now." And completely the wrong song.
And Quinn is pogo sticking.
No,
Jarl
I've-
is just
no.
looking back and forth at this.
Now,
Yeah.
after you heard your comrade in distress, you needed to serious up a little more than.
Yeah, I
a
definitely
pogo stick.
got off the pogo stick and maybe like just kind of like shook the cobwebs out for a second, and now I'm concerned about Felix joining in on this.
And now I've
He
seen
had a
where-
plan, and now suddenly it's
Well,
The
I mean,
party's heading
he was
downhill.
bombing it. I mean, how long's the song? You know what I'm saying?
Jarl turns
Yeah.
to Quinn. Should we get them? Have you seen Hoblet?
So the song comes to an end, and you guys
5
are all
minutes
now
later.
doing this karaoke place. Well, I mean, you were towards the back end of the song, at least the back half of it, when you guys got there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna time skip the 2 minutes to the end of the song.
Great.
So now Jarl and Quinn are pretty much trying to wrangle these hooligans into following what essentially is Felix's objective.
Yeah, my
We
objective.
decided is the objective.
It's my objective. That's
The
part
agenda.
of the. That's part of the agenda.
Mort's gonna
On the
ask
itinerary.
Felix.
It conforms to the mission statement.
Right.
Right.
Felix, where's Hoblet? Weren't you watching his meet?
Yeah, I got a doggy bag from him. I thought he came up with you guys.
Nobody knows where Hoblet is.
He just shoved his meat in the sack.
I shoved his meat in my sack. Yes.
Gross. I haven't seen him though.
It was in a bag first, though, and then it went into my sack.
He was playing a game
Same.
with me, and then he just wasn't there. I figured he walked back to eat more of that delicious meat.
No. Also, Mr. Black's missing.
Maybe we were
Mr. Black's bad
lollygagging
missing.
a
He's
little
always
too
missing.
long.
No, but
Wait,
he was.
do you think?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he was singing karaoke, and then he disappeared after his song.
Right.
Everyone was busy paying attention to Paradil, and no one saw him slip away, mostly because you didn't even hear Paradil for half the song, and even
Right.
then, your focus was on him and not on Mr. Black. So only at the end of the song do you guys even realize that he's not around.
Right.
Well, we know he knows the objective, so he'll just meet us at the light.
So is this like 9 o'clock now?
No, this is closer to like 7.
Okay, it's only been an hour that we've been wandering
Yeah.
around getting these sandwiches. So, but the sun's probably starting to get just
It is.
at...
We're starting to get not quite low, but moving on with the evening.
Right. So Jarl's going to say to Felix and Quinn, it seems we may be running quite low on time. We should get to it now.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's like go now.
I'm sorry. I was
I'm
mic-
sorry.
microphone. It was not you.
Can we go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So the party departs, let's say southbound from karaoke for another quarter mile or so.
We're
and
going
you-
to the blue light, right?
Yes, you get to the main kind of spoke going east and west. So if the midway is here, you would then be going
Over
back
there.
west directly on that main drag to the well.
And that it goes straight to it.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. You just went south as far as you needed to, and now you're going due west, and it'll take you to the well.
All right. Manservant and Franz catch back up. Manservant's still gripping the fuzzy squeaky duck.
Okay, Hans is still nowhere to be found, right?
Who knows where he is at this point? He could be
love
on the other side of town. Doesn't.
Yeah.
Great.
Wanted to make sure that his position was definitively indeterminate.
Yep. Correct.
Okay.
All right, so now you guys are headed west, and you're no longer on the midway. There are no longer as many distractions. So is there anything anyone's trying to do on the street, or are we all just walking to the well?
Just trying to get a general feel for the people that are now surrounding us as we've moved away from the larger like celebration area, and I
Yeah.
kind of getting a feel for like who's walking around here. What kind of
It's
neighborhoods are
a
we?
lot of people coming and going too. You're on the south edge of the actual festival there.
Okay.
Like that's all to the north of you. And to the south is a relatively well-to-do residential with still lots of trees and a little patch of grass in the middle of this main drag here.
So it's like a large avenue essentially.
kind of a Parkway Avenue kind of thing.
Sure.
going.
Okay.
Like it's still major, but it's not the midway.
Right.
It's just street size.
Yeah, just trying to get a feel for like the kind of neighborhood that we're in as we continue to head west. Because, eventually we're going to get to a point probably near the well where like, yeah, sure, I'm not sure if they have tourism there. I'm not sure if it's like, or if it's like more of like an industrial, like people like working and stuff like that. I want to start feeling the situation, see how the scenery changes as we get closer to that area.
Yeah, there are some exhibit buildings to your north.
Okay.
Like a
Pimp My Ride, or
no, like a Dairy King Protectorate building.
Are they putting buildings in the buildings?
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Some would have some of the buildings might have kiosks in them.
Okay.
But this is let's say the New York State building at like a World's Fair or something, or different countries that have stuff. The Dairy King Protectorate has one that you're passing immediately on your north. And then to the south there are really nice houses.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna keep walking. Like this has nothing to do with what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm determined at this point. I've gotten all my energy out, and I'm ready. I'm like, how far away from the light are we?
Right now, let's say you are about a kilometer away.
Okay. And can we hear anything? Any rumblings? Does it seem like? Can we hear anyone talking? Is anything going on around?
There
us?
is a low thrum in the air as you get within about a half to a quarter mile of it. Like you almost barely notice it at first. It's almost really low frequency.
Right.
But by the time you start hearing it, you can start almost feeling it. Like it's both a physical shake, but it's also sort of touching. You especially, any of the magic users, you can feel it on a magical level as well.
All right, I am gonna tell. Yeah, I'm just gonna say.
Yeah,
that
your
out loud.
spidey senses are
Yeah.
tingling along with everything shaking.
Just say, I feel a little funny. Anyone else feel that?
I mean, you're standing in front of like a lot of magic right there, bud.
This power source is very powerful.
That's why it's a power source.
A powerful power source. Sound like
Again,
Vegeta.
that's Jarrell for you.
Yeah. In fact, I'd like you to make me a D20 check, March.
Sure. It's just
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah. You remember that from your magical education. That is a ley line, but that is the most powerful ley line convergence you have ever felt. That is 100% raw magical juice just shooting up out of the ground.
Now, how like wide is this? Like, what's the diameter? Or
Is it
whatever?
girthy?
Like, the actual opening to the well is pretty big. Like, it is. You come to a big circular plaza that is almost a little over a quarter of a mile across, like a big circle in a city there. And then in the middle of it, where you might like be grass in the middle of a traffic circle like that, and this is still just shy of a quarter mile wide, is the opening that this thing is coming out of. The beam doesn't come out of the whole thing, but you can look over the edge almost and see down into it.
Sure.
And it goes down maybe about 30 feet down before you see kind of platforms ringing around the inner edge going down every 50 feet or so. There's another one as this thing comes out of indeterminately far down this pit.
Is there? So are there? Is there like a contraption or a building or anything like that surrounding it? Is there like anything? No, is it, or is it just like a drop off in the center?
The well, and it looks like there was a sort of a power project to harness this this raw magical energy coming out, and there are, like, you'll notice in places big pipes where it's pushed throughout the city. Raw magical juice just piped right into people's homes to run the things that make their lives and to run all the big civil projects around here.
Can I see a direct path where like I would be able to like stand and look over? Is it like a like a Niagara Falls type thing?
You
where,
can
I
look
like,
over the edge and
safely.
see the blue stuff coming up. And
they'll
it's-
let you get that close to it.
Yes. In fact, it's a big tourist attraction in the town.
That's what I was getting at.
Yes.
Like, is that like kind of like a natural wonder that everyone's
Oh,
gonna,
yes.
and be able to view freely for the most part.
It is as wonderful to the people in this world as a site like that would be to us.
So-
like, it is amazing.
Now we don't have the scrying orb, correct?
Yeah, but I would like to see if I can recall details about what the person, like any details about the person. 'Cause
I was
remember
going to ask you about that.
It was always like first person. Maybe if I can try to see if I can recall a detail maybe about their hands or something that we saw while looking through that. Maybe
Yes.
get a general idea of at least the age of this person.
Okay.
And also potentially race based on maybe size
And
of hands.
Yeah.
as you try to recall that, Jarrell's going to say to you, Felix,
The individual we were looking for did work here, correct?
It looked like it. Ooh, that's not good. That's a 4.
A 4. You recognize they were human hands that the guy had.
Okay.
You think he might have worked here. Maybe he was walking around here.
It did seem like he was, like, at one point, but I'm not sure if you remember that or not.
Yeah, they were working.
So,
Yeah, now that was you only looked in on him like once or twice, right?
well,
Yeah.
we've looked at
once,
him.
yeah.
We've looked at the orb numerous times.
Yeah.
We've seen different things. One time he was making a sandwich. One time
Yeah.
he was working at it, and
Yeah.
then we know that he was walking around here and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
Feeling fairly certain that we recalled this, Jarrell's going to walk over toward the edge and say to Felix, "It's beautiful, isn't it?" And then I'm going to use locate object.
Okay.
Looking for one of the gems, because we've seen
We've seen what it looks like.
A
They all
bunch of
seem to
them.
look the same. Yeah.
bunch.
Yeah. All right. So, what's the range on that?
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet.
1,000
Yeah.
feet. It's not here.
Okay.
Ooh,
It doesn't appear to be here, Felix.
that's fun. How long can you concentrate on that for?
A while.
Yeah, how long's a while?
10
What,
minutes.
10 minutes?
It's a while.
I'm trying to see. Does it say anything about finding where something has been?
No,
I
think
don't
it's-
believe so.
It's just a location.
If it's
of it
within
currently.
1,000 miles, I know where it
1,000
is.
miles?
1,000 feet. I
Oh.
will walk. Sorry.
God damn.
Yeah, it's just direction. That's pretty much it. It lets
Alright.
you know kind of where it is within that 1,000 feet. If I mean,
Oh.
we're kind of gonna.
It gives you a direction if it's outside of that.
No, it gives a direction if it's inside of that. It
Oh,
tells
okay.
you where it is.
anything outside of that circle, I wouldn't be able to detect.
Yeah.
But we can walk around for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I can do that 2 more times.
Let's do that. I'd like to, well, let's pick a direction though. So if I were to like kind of just like, since it's sort of like a central convergence place, right?
Yeah.
I would like to kind of look around and see in all the directions and maybe like rows or things like that come off of where this well is. Does it anywhere go to a more, I guess, like actual like I wouldn't even say industrial, but just like less touristy area?
The building immediately to the south of the well here, the north-south street that comes out of there opens up right around the Longhouse building, which is
Okay.
right here.
I feel like we should walk in that direction.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before we go there, Mort's just gonna take a gold piece and
Flick it into
Flick
the
it,
well.
just clap it down the well.
It's a utility.
Does anything happen?
You hear it ping off of a railing as it goes down.
That's it. I'm dissatisfied by that.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I register that you are dissatisfied.
Good talk. Go team. Okay. Yeah,
So-
I'd like to. Well, let's walk in that direction towards
Yeah,
the Longhouse building.
Jarrell and
Yeah.
Felix are walking over toward the Longhouse.
Yep. You don't really see anybody working around here.
Oh, okay.
What the hell? Let's go the opposite direction. How much time we got left?
Now, all of the locals would more likely than not be able, or they would be able to take off, for the coronation, right? So they're probably not. It's probably like a holiday, correct?
Right. I mean, it is. It's a big thing, but I mean, people still got to work on this.
So
On this
Jarrell's
situation.
going to try one last thing. He's going to put the helmet on. He's going to say,
Verlin, can you hear me?
Oh, here we go.
Yes, my champion.
Are you still with Zero?
No. Zero has left here just this morning.
Would you be able to ask him where we're supposed to be going? If you can, that'd be fantastic. We're looking for the last gem.
Sorry to bother you, but
Could you patch a call for me?
In the subtitles, in brackets, would be divine sighing.
That's fucking hilarious. You're asking your god
uh-huh.
to just patch a call into your boy.
Which, don't get me wrong, would be very helpful if
right.
she did that.
That's
so.
just really
also,
funny.
does she not know
Yeah,
how important this is?
Right.
I
You
haven't-
get
I
the
haven't
sense
talked to
that
her-
maybe you could convince her
Okay.
that this is important?
Like maybe that the end of all causality is tomorrow at noon?
Right.
In
So
case she wasn't aware of that information, you should probably tell her that.
You should say it exactly like that.
he's going to say, Valen, it's been a day. So I had a bit of a conversation with the Raven Queen. And
Let's
Yes.
just pause on that one for a second.
That is gonna probably cause a reaction.
oh yeah,
Let's just see what the reaction is, because like she's not evil,
Right.
right?
What did she say?
well, we're still trying to disrupt whatever madness is going on in the universe right now. And we feel that finding the last gem would be instrumental in potentially
Helping her?
Right. Yes.
Okay. That's wonderful, my champion. What did she say?
Oh.
Yeah. Jarrell?
So, you know how she can, see fate?
Yes, that's her realm.
Yeah, she can't do that anymore.
What do you mean anymore? I need you to be
After-
very specific.
We have about 12 hours.
Okay. Are you able to start over at the beginning, or do you need to hand the helmet to an adult?
Damn. That's your god
Yeah.
right there.
Jarrell is noticeably shaken and is like looking back and forth at the two of you.
Right, because you're talking
Felix and
telepathically.
Quinn. Felix
We
and
can't-
Quinn.
we can't hear you
Felix
talking.
and Quinn. And he just like a blank stare comes over his eyes, and he hands the helmet to Quinn.
Fuck off.
Phelan just gave you basically a divine use your words.
Right. Let the big boys talk. So he gives it to Quinn.
I'm an adult.
I'm an adult.
Great. This is gonna
I know.
go way better.
That was awful.
I'm an adult.
Noted.
So now,
Damn it.
Assumably Quinn can communicate now with Valen.
Yes, Quinn can now communicate with Valen.
Good luck,
Hey,
buddy.
Valen.
I'm really good with gods. That's all I gotta say.
He literally, without any context, he just passed you the phone, essentially.
Do you just put the stuffed Valens up to the?
So-
Oh my god.
I don't know, like Bueller. Hello?
Am I is to assume this is the adult?
I think so.
Also,
Quinn just kind of looks around and says, "Yeah,
feel like
I'm
Quinn-
the adult."
He didn't give you context, did he?
Jarrell?
You probably.
No.
I wouldn't have been talking out loud, would I have been?
No.
No.
So make sure that all goes in the bubbles.
Yes.
Right?
More divine sighing.
Ooh, I get divine bubbles.
All right.
I'm excited.
What did the Raven Queen say? Be concise. But be accurate.
Basically, she can't see the future anymore past the coronation that we are attending tonight?
Tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow at noon. Okay. She is the goddess of fate. If the goddess of fate has told you that fate stops at noon tomorrow, this is worthy of your full and undivided attention.
We agree, my lady.
Yes.
My
Lady.
majesty? My lady? My lady?
I mean,
We're not
Majesty's
going.
fine.
We don't have the kind of time to argue over terms right now. You can genuflect later. I'm not entirely used to it myself. Let's actually get to work here. So, what is it that you need of me that can help you accomplish this goal?
So what are we asking her again?
where
we're
the
asking-
fucking gem is.
Yeah, the last.
I didn't realize I was going to end up having to talk to a god and do your jobs again. I'm sorry.
So you're looking at Jarrell like, what do we ask her? Like
Right.
that.
You don't even know what he's saying. All of this is happening silently.
Right. So if you want to communicate
Well, why
with me,
did
you're
you-
opening your mouth, and that's fine. You can
Right,
communicate
yeah.
verbally with me and
Correct.
communicate psychically with her.
Correct.
She now knows that you're asking me.
Correct, fine.
what we were asking.
Why did we call her?
To find the last gem.
Oh, right. We need to find the last gem from the scrying orb
Okay.
to
What-
complete our mission.
It's fantastic. I'm not sure what you need from me for this.
We don't know where it is. We
Well,
don't know where
you
it is.
are a god. You can't hear her.
Yeah, that's true.
You are a
Didn't
god.
you want her to get in touch with Zero, who can find this out?
Yes, I want, because Zero has the orb. She clearly has a good relationship with Zero. She could just go say, "Hey Zero, where's the other thing?" And they'd be like, "Hey, this is where it is." Then she'd be like, "Hey guys, remember me? Found it."
And she might be willing to do that if you actually use her words and ask her that.
So we need help from a friend, our friend Zero, who has the scrying orb to be able to see the gem. We need your help to expedite that
So
conversation.
you want me to contact him to have him look?
Correct.
Don't ask this of me again, but I recognize the
What, did you have a rough breakup? Why don't you want to talk to Zero?
Hopefully
She's
guys
just
are
asking.
talking.
She did
That's
not
John.
hear
That's
that.
Yeah,
not
don't
Jarl.
ask us. Don't ask her to do this. She's not your damn gopher. She's your god. Get it
Right,
right.
right.
But this is a pretty important one.
Right.
So she sees the necessity.
Limited time.
Hold, please. And your helmet is put on hold. You literally hear faint music in your brain.
I was gonna say elevator music. So Quinn is just like, he closes his eyes and he's just kind of like swaying to the music.
Is it that Roy Scout song from the Geico commercial?
You can't hear it.
That's a good song.
Quinn's the only one that hears it. He's the
Yes.
only one.
So Quinn's the only one that hears it. Quinn's on hold for a good 5 minutes.
So is he just being silent during this entire thing? We have no idea
He's
what's
kind
going
of
on.
dancing a little
So
bit.
it's kind of this awkward silence while he's on hold.
Do you tell us you're on hold?
No.
No. Just the mother of all pregnant pauses in the air. And then she comes back to you. Zero sees him in what looks like a festival pavilion. The ceiling is made of glass. Oh, he just looked to his right. And he can see the water off to his right. He looks like he's somewhere overlooking the water. There's fantastic, beautiful music, according to Zero. I've picked him for things. His musical taste was not one of the ones I chose him for, so remember these are his words. Yeah, there's music in a glass ceiling, and you're up by the water. That's where it is right now.
You're talking to me.
Yeah. But you're relaying it back to him anyway, I assume.
So I just simply take the helmet off my head and hand it back to Jarrell.
Jarl's so ashamed he doesn't put it back on.
So ultimately,
What?
so
You're leaving
ultimately,
You're
Valen
just
on the
leaving
hook?
her there on the hook. On hook.
For a second,
So
yeah.
ultimately, yes, I am pretty much hanging up on her.
Well, you're just handing the phone back.
Sure. Anyway,
It's not how he's
so
viewing it.
right. I'm viewing it as great. Thanks, God.
Well, I'm just waiting to hear if you tell us first, and then
So-
I'll communicate with my deity.
I tell you guys that he's in this. The gem is in a pavilion at the fair that is to the left of some body of water, because he's looking to his right, so the pavilion must be on its left. So the pavilion's on the left, water's on the right. He's looking to the right.
Yeah. I mean, we can go back to like the Pelican where we had brunch and get to that area. That's all overlooking the water. So let's start looking in that area for anywhere that's a glass ceiling.
So as we start to walk,
The
Jarl...
physical one.
American politics, am I right?
Zing. Anyway. So as we're walking in the direction that we assume is the right direction, I'm just going to roll a straight charisma to see how well my just straight praying works when I put my helmet back on. Like, I'm just going to be going through, like, the book. Like, if there was a rosary for Valen, I'll just start immediately the second I put the helmet back on.
After about 10 seconds, she comes back. You can do that part with the helmet off. This isn't an urgent communique, is it?
So now, does Jarrell have to stop thinking?
No.
No, it's just
When was
stop
he ever
praying to her through the helmet.
Clearly, he wasn't thinking
Right.
very well.
Stop praying through the helmet.
Right. He's trying.
Like, it is sort of an open line. Her eyes are very firmly focused on what's going on here
Right.
for the next
So, like,
few
so
hours.
pretty much, what I'm asking is now, if I have the helmet on, is she always hearing my thoughts? Because she's obviously going to have eyes on us for however long. She is aware of this current situation. So, is she hearing Jarrell's thoughts at all times?
I feel like that's something you would have to like focus on
Right.
to some
Yeah.
extent.
Are you
right?
sure? 'Cause
Yeah,
if she
she's
can
not
see,
reading
if she
your
can
mind.
She's just watching. That's what I want to clarify.
Yeah. Well, Fran, you originally created the artifact. What was
Yes.
the rules as intended?
You can communicate with her as an action, like at will.
Intentionally.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Intentionally. You actually make an action to communicate with your god telepathically.
Okay.
She can choose not to answer.
Okay.
So because she's busy doing god things.
Yeah.
but she
At
can't
this
have-
juncture, she'll probably not be too busy to answer, but use discretion in calling her.
Yeah, but she's not going to be actively reading my mind.
No.
No, not. But a prayer would be directly addressing her.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
So
I just wanted to get a general sense
Sure.
of, like,
Yeah.
are Jarl's stupid thoughts going to follow him the rest of the campaign?
No.
Or-
No, just she thought you were calling her with that.
right.
Well, I was trying to redeem myself.
Yeah. Could do
So
that.
we're walking back towards
The water.
where we
Yeah.
started.
Back
this
towards the
entire
water, so
time.
you
Kinda.
can go directly north from here, and you will actually pass the Ferial Cathedral, which is just to the north of the well. There's a round building, and half of it, the top of that round building, actually sticks up into a reflecting pool just to the north of that. On the other side of that reflecting pool is the Imperial Palace. But this round cathedral that's just to the north of the well is where the coronation is going to be tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So there's lots of like brick plaza around here and stuff. It's this big open area, like maybe like St. Peter's in the Vatican or something. And there's this big round cathedral, and it's, you know, at least 1,000 feet in diameter, like all the way around. It's big and it's tall. It's, you know, a good couple 100 feet tall at the top of the dome there.
Wow. Okay.
That's where the coronation will be, and then just to the north of that, there's a reflecting pool, and then there's the actual Imperial Palace, which kind of curves around the bay to the north of that. So if
Okay.
you wanted to go north, you could pass that plaza, pass the reflecting pool, even see a statue of Imperator Titus right in the water in kind of the north end of that pool, kind of pass around the what would be to you the right side of the Imperial Palace, and you get up towards the Pelican, which is on the bay.
That's the way I want to head, and if I'm assuming locate out, you probably ran out.
I can use it
As we
again,
get
though.
close to the water, cast it again.
You get close to the water there, and no, it isn't there specifically.
Well, no, it was supposed to be underneath the glass dome.
Right, but I mean,
It's more of a square to rectangular building. It's not under a dome, but
How
it's
long did
under
it
a
take
glass
us-
ceiling.
Yeah, how long did it take us to walk over here?
We're now looking at about 8:30. We're starting to
Okay.
get on towards sunset.
So,
I just-
do I want to use... Because I only have two more. Do I want to use locate object under the glass dome, or do I want
well,
to...
okay,
There's no glass dome.
Why do you
glass
say
ceiling,
dome?
whatever.
Yeah, you've got to
ceiling,
find
but
that
we
glass
don't know.
ceiling
We
first.
need to find the ceiling. That's why I'm saying, like, maybe as long as we're kind of in the area or vicinity of the water, if we can orient ourselves by, like, as we're
Right.
walking by buildings, trying to wait till it kicks in.
I thought we saw the reflecting pool. Okay.
Can
so-
we send Slim up?
Yeah, you guys pass the
send her up.
reflecting pool before you pass the Imperial Palace, and that takes you to the bay north of there.
Okay.
I can kind of show you on the drawing here.
No, I mean, I see it.
Yeah, like there's the kind of the cathedral. The palace is up here,
Right.
just
and
under
there's
the bay.
Now,
So-
do we have like a monumenting point from this that, like, say if we, do you know what I mean? Say if we split up from what we
No,
were told that
that's why we're looking for
We
a
have-
glass
yeah,
ceiling.
right.
So I like what Peridot said. I'm going to send Slim up.
She can fly, right?
She can fly.
Okay.
Yes, we did address this. She's been able to fly this whole time.
Wait,
good.
really?
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm going to have her fly above, and I'm going to perceive through her senses and look around and see how many glass ceilings are there by the water.
You can see through her eyes?
You can. You can. Yeah.
When seeing through her eyes, do you have dark vision?
I believe so, actually.
Brandon's about to get up and leave.
Yes.
Oh, good. That kind of expands the radius.
Oh,
there a
I have
little
dar-
bit,
I have
'cause it
dark
is
vision
kind of
too.
getting a
So
little
do I.
dusky
Right.
at this point. But all right, so she's got to get up a little ways because she does finally find this place, but instead of being on the harbor here, the sort of place you're probably thinking of is the Crystal Ballroom, which is up in Beach Park, almost near the north end of the midway there.
Okay. Well, why don't we head that direction?
Yeah.
And then maybe when we get to said,
Area.
just cast that spell. Figure out where this bad boy is.
All right, let's go.
Take a
Okay.
walk.
So you guys arrive towards the Crystal Ballroom, which is this crystal pavilion up there. It's not really crystal, but it's got a glass ceiling. The walls are all open. It is now, we're just hitting sunset. It's about 9 p.m. It is a gorgeous summer night. Maybe about 80 degrees with a nice kind of cooling breeze coming in from over the ocean there. And the north side of, which is one of the long sides, overlooks a cliff that goes about 30 feet down to the ocean. It's picturesque. It's beautiful. The stars are out. It is the carnival in full swing on one of the best nights ever.
What's the crowd like?
It is jumping in this place.
Okay.
The whole area around here is actually kind of a amusement park of sorts. There are a few different, there are a few more games. There's actually a few carnival rides, some of them powered by magic, some of them powered by like big hand cranks and stuff.
Right.
Kind of like fake horses going around in a circle. Just to the east of the Crystal Ballroom, there's actually a building that, if I had to describe it from scratch, it would almost look like the rounded back of a like steamboat or something like that.
Okay.
There are several kind of rows, and you can actually hear kind of rattling and screaming coming from there.
Huh?
Okay.
Babies.
Jarrell's gonna turn to Quinn and say, "Now, where exactly did she say he was?" And he's going
Dude.
to start walking through the crowd.
Cast the spell.
The spell, if you were to cast it,
Sure.
you are
Hint,
casting
hint.
it.
Well, I
Points-
wanted to be as. I don't know how big this place is, so I don't want to
Yeah.
like miss too much of the surrounding area with my.
All
we
of-
have 10 minutes,
Cast
but
this
You have
spell.
10
we gotta-
minutes.
But we have to find the person in that 10
Sure,
minutes. So I'm
10
trying to get as close
Yeah,
to
yeah,
where
yeah.
they are,
What, is this
and
the
then
last-
do it.
Is this the last one that you have?
10 minutes, 1,000 feet.
I would like to be standing like next to where she said the person was.
So he was in the pavilion, looking to his right, out in like over the water.
Okay.
So he's close enough to the water.
I'm just gonna follow Quinn to what he thinks best describes this area, and then I'm going.
Sure. So I guess I'm gonna go out kind of toward the front of the pavilion. Right, the water is.
So yeah, if you're coming in, you're probably coming in from the south here into,
Right.
and it's kind of small on this map, but it's right along the
Yeah.
top edge of the water there.
So I want to go so around the pavilion toward the water side.
Okay, you probably have to, if you're going to get to there, because it's kind of closed from the outside, except for where you'd come in from the south, you have to go through it to get there.
Through the pavilion?
Yeah,
Okay. That's what I'll do then.
but yeah, if you get there, at what point are you casting the spell, Jar?
Let's-
when
let's
when
do it-
Quinn looks at me and says like, "I think this is,"
So as I enter into the pavilion,
Okay,
so I guess this is a question. As I enter into the pavilion, when do I see water? Like, can I
Okay.
see it like through the building?
yes. As you enter from the south, you can see water on the far side. Like if you look past to the crowd that's in front of you, and you can actually tell like it lowers by a few layers going in towards the center of the floor. Actually, I'll just describe it as you get in there. There's lights and music and a ton of dancing on kind of tiered down dance floors that go down with there's tables around the outside in various points. The musical act tonight is actually two different gnomes. One of them is conducting what actually looks like a chorus of automata singing and it sounds like they're singing in auto tune. The other gnome, a gnomish engineer, but there's also a gnomish wizard with 2 wands prestidigitizing literal music into the air that accompanies it.
I'm sort of imagining Does anybody remember the final number in Portal 2?
No.
I think so.
It's
I love
more
that game.
upbeat. I actually have
That one was pretty
music
upbeat.
like this had come to me while listening to a specific track of music, and it's based on kind of that in my head. But the 2 gnomes here are just jamming out. The one is quickly adjusting knobs on the front of his auto-tune steam chorus there to get him to, like up, like in various tones and making different stuff, while the other guy is just streaming like strings and horns and whatever other music into the air, and coming with little bursts of color as he's basically, if this was combat, every couple of seconds he's prestidigitizing a new layer of music into the air over it.
Franz is with us still and dancing and playing his lute.
That was a 25 on the performance check. They're crushing it tonight.
Yeah.
It is like the highlight musical performance of the year going on here.
Awesome.
So this place is jumping. There's people dancing. The music is awesome. There's as it's starting to get darker, it looks like a different illusionist is casting images of the same stars on the glass ceiling there and having them kind of like spin and dance and make patterns to all this.
Cool. So, how long has it taken us since I talked to Valen to get to this point?
Geez, that was less than an hour ago, half hour walking.
It's been that long? Okay.
You've
So
done
I
some
guess-
walking.
So I'm thinking about the fact that this person has probably moved in some way,
Mm-hmm.
so they're probably not necessarily staring at the water anymore. So I think this is as good as a point as any if they're still here.
And I use a spell.
Okay, and it does point you towards the northeast corner of the pavilion here.
Jarrell immediately points his finger. We're off! And then he just starts walking.
So now Jarrell takes over
Okay.
and I follow.
As you get to about that corner of the place, you notice that the area it's pointing towards is a almost sort of roped off VIP section.
Blast.
So I just kind of pull out a little bit of like cologne, perfume, whatever, and just kind of like dab a little bit on, and I walk up to the rope.
Okay.
Of course you do.
Is there like anybody there?
Yeah, so as you roll up, I'm sorry, I did get my brain right.
I feel like we're all in like very
yeah,
tired mode.
there
right now, so
are-
we apologize.
Yeah, there are
we all kind of hit a
two-
funk right now.
Yeah, 2 full-on meat-headed bouncers with their arms crossed on either side of the only kind of entrance to the area.
All right, so Quinn just kind of puffs out his chest a little bit and he says, "Good day, gentlemen. I am here to enjoy in the revelry of the coronation.
As we all.
May I come through?"
Is bottle service only at these tables? You looking to get a table for bottle service? It's 100 gold per person per hour.
Okay.
Fuck that.
We gotta do what we gotta do.
This is an expensive
So-
MacGuffin.
I flip
Is
them.
this building
on.
1,000 feet in circumference?
It's big. Like, it is probably
So I'm
500 feet by 1,000 feet.
What are you thinking?
That's an enormous building.
Okay, I'm just saying, we have a literal spell that is a compass pointing directly to the
Right.
thing we're trying to find.
Duh.
Like, I don't think we need bottle service to find this thing.
Don't we have to get in this place?
I mean,
No,
that's
I mean,
where
if
it's
you want to
pointing.
really take a good look around and not look suspicious like a dude who's trying to spy on the VIP area,
Right.
you either need to, and I'm just speaking as the DM right now, either, buy your way in the front door,
Sure.
or you're trying to do something sneaky and pass some kind of checks.
No, I'm gonna just buy.
Do we know that this person is in the VIP section?
He's
We
saying it
don't-
could be bigger.
We don't know where this thing is because no one's cast the spell yet.
Oh, I did.
No,
He
you guys
did
cast
cast
the
the
spell when we were
spell,
in
and he
there, and
told
it
me.
said it was
Where
pointing in the
were
direction
you?
of this.
Gone.
Sleeping.
Where is everybody? Is everybody
Apparently
here?
I'm here.
Let's be present.
Friend. Cast charm person. Let's get in here.
Let's get it. Okay.
All right.
What?
Yeah,
Just-
can get us in free.
Just charm the pants off,
Or otherwise, it's 500 gold per hour.
which is insane.
I feel like I've entered a time.
Granted, we wouldn't spend an entire hour.
No,
Yeah.
but why pay
We have 10 minutes.
when you can fly?
I hear
anywhere
you. You're right.
I just was trying to do the quickest, easiest way possible.
Which was, you know what, admirable.
Which
This
is
could be
probably
quick.
the
This could be
smartest
quick.
way. But
Gerald
cool,
will pay
let's
with
do
you.
this. With the guy that didn't even know we actually used the spell. I'm just saying.
Pull your
Love you.
punches.
I'm just trying to cut all that out. Forget that I even forgot anything.
we won't let you.
So,
So,
I would like to approach these two fellas.
these two fine young gentlemen, these two youths.
Right.
The two youths.
And say, my friends, listen. We were already invited. We've been here. Like, we have friends.
I'm just
in
going
here-
back to get my coat.
Right, waiting for us. And I'm going to first start with just a deception check.
All right.
Great. Awesome.
16.
So-
16. Yeah, I rolled a 7 on the die. I have a
Oh,
fucking plus 9.
I'm sorry. I saw
Turn
one.
your fucking eyes away.
Slow your fucking roll,
I saw
Mike.
a 1, and I was like, great.
Right.
Sorry.
7 looks a
9.
lot like 1.
All right.
Plus 9.
Yes, you prevail on him. Oh, geez, I'm sorry. Yeah,
it's-
you must have been here,
Mr. Fizzlebottom.
Mr. Fizzlebottom.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay. So,
Sausage
fellas.
King of Chicago.
So is he just letting Felix through and that's it?
No, Felix
Gerald-
and his entourage.
And in the,
no person worth being in here wouldn't have an entourage.
Right.
good point.
Jarl is going to smile and wave with the persuasion, and that's.
At least I knew where we were
16.
going.
16 as well, just to be like extra. Hi! You know, whatever.
Yeah, we're already in. I
Yeah,
don't
we're
think
in. We're in.
Yeah,
You don't
Just
need
you
to
trying
go
guys-
any
level up on
further
it.
than that. You're
Before they
good.
catch on to it, you guys kind of blow on
Great.
through.
Great.
And that's coming from Mort, who loves to do shit like that.
Now, does locate object tell me the distance that it's from me?
It does.
Yeah. So it is in the far back corner. So this guy is sitting with his right side to the north. So his back is to the east, and he is in the northeast corner of the place, in what looks like a exceptionally well-appointed chunk of this.
Okay. Jarl is going to stay far away from him and sit at the closest table that he could find that will fit
Okay.
all of us.
The closest you guys could get is maybe about 20 feet away, because this is its own sort of enclosed
I don't want to be.
sub-area.
Yeah, I don't want to be too close. I just want to know where he is and try to figure out which one it is. If I can pinpoint it, if I can actually
Okay.
pinpoint which person it is based on the distance and the direction.
Well, the high roller up here seems to be wearing what looks like a tweed suit. He's human of maybe slightly skinnier than average build, a little bit tall. He's got dark hair. What's noticeable about him is it looks like there seems to be a patch over his left eye, and his entire left arm seems to be in a sling of some sort. But otherwise he's well dressed in a tweed suit, and he's surrounded by, looks like at least 6 mooks who are just kind of milling around with him, whether they're his bodyguards or sycophants or whatever it is. They're surrounded with him.
Jarl will turn to Felix. With those special goggles we got you, can you detect a gem on that man up there?
Flip.
Yes, it's under the bandage in the place of his left eye.
Nice.
In the eye. That's cool.
Okay.
Just like these left eye.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Jarl is going to lean in to Felix and Quinn and say,
I have not had the best luck talking to people today.
No, you haven't.
Maybe I should leave it up to you two to
I would
go get that man's
gladly-
eye.
I would gladly try to persuade.
You stay
I,
right there.
As
you
much as
don't
you don't
move.
believe.
No, you're
in
gonna.
Mort.
You will literally start grappling him.
I think.
and that
Listen,
is
you
not-
lost your right.
Politely.
to
Politely
make-
grappling.
You lost your right to make a plan when you started harassing people on the street.
I
Correct.
don't make plans. I
No,
make actions.
you are going to stand.
You lost
politely.
your privileges to do that when you were just harassing strangers in
or
the street.
so you
Right.
think.
I'm gonna roll a sleight of hand.
Are you guys trying to steal his eye?
slow.
What are you trying to? All right. The
Snatch
closest you can get without someone wanting to physically
I'm not.
stop you
I'm
is
not.
10,
I'm not getting up
15 feet.
to him.
Yeah.
I'm sleight of handing to see if Mort notices me grabbing his like the belt loop on his pants, which was
Okay.
it was a 4.
All right.
So he notices.
Right.
Yeah.
I have your belt loop.
Gonna swat your hand away.
So Quinn turns to Felix
Huh?
and says,
Trying to
"I have a
annoy him.
plan."
You have a
I'm ending
plan.
this way too early.
I also have a plan.
All right. Let's see what this plan is.
Uh huh. Thank you.
I think we should try to distract him,
Uh huh.
and I'll use my mage hand
To pluck out his eye, genius.
to pluck out the gem.
He's gonna see the
Did you
hand.
say that out
Stop.
loud?
Yeah, I'm not talking to you.
I mean, is he? He's talking to just Felix, or
They're
Correct.
whispering to
We're-
each other.
Okay, so then if I didn't hear that, then no.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Quinn. That could be Plan B. That's way
Oh, here
too.
we go.
That's really aggressive at the
Sure.
start. Why don't I just talk to him? I have a way. I might have a way to get him to give me
His
that
eye.
gem. Yes.
I'm just going to politely, knowing where I stand with this group at the current point in time, and add in, we should make him come to us.
You didn't hear that plan.
You're whispering.
But you're
to each other?
saying
Yes.
your plan.
Yes.
You're saying your.
I'm just saying we should
The
make
presence
him.
of this group.
I've got a really fucked up plan.
We should make
You
him
know,
come to us.
we only know because we heard them say it out loud, but they were whispering to each other. So you're gonna say your plan,
Right.
which is
We should draw his attention towards us as friends. Make him come towards us.
Kill
Can
him
I
small.
can I voice my very fucked up plan that's going to be immediately
of
shot
course
down really
of
quick?
course.
Sure.
Mark,
Okay.
Mark got his too.
So,
Poison.
what kind of being is this person with the thing in his eye?
He's a human.
How tall is he?
Let's say 6'1", 6'2", maybe.
All right, then in that case, Felix is going to shapeshift into a miniature version of him. Walk up to his group. They're going to try to stop him, and he's going to say, "No, I'm the real guy."
Confuse all of them.
Yeah. You need to check that guy's gem eyeball out. And while he lifts up the eye patch or the bandage to prove that he has the gem, we snatch him.
I hate this idea.
Yeah, I really don't know that idea gets better.
Or we can just fight our way through this entire thing.
No.
No, that's not a good idea right now.
My idea
Let-
is the best.
Quinn,
So
be ready.
here's my concern about your
here's your
plan.
concern. Yeah. Okay.
So if you go up to him and start persuading
Oh.
him to just give you,
I
the
mean,
gem,
it's
and
partially
it
persuading.
doesn't work.
That's when
please?
we enact Plan B, where we snatch the gem.
I could just telekineticize it right from his eye.
Again, Plan B.
I'm just saying. Is that Plan B? Because that needs to be Plan B.
I can't just do anything.
Okay. I just rolled a perception check for the Mookie guards there.
Right.
So we've
Notice
all been
that's a
standing
logo.
here arguing.
As a 20 right now.
Yeah.
So
Oh, we fucked.
2 or 3 of the mooks turn over towards you and are now staring intently at the group.
I blame Paradol.
I am gonna roll if I can. If this is
Or it's a
okay.
close second.
Stop.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Relax. It's nothing crazy. I'm not attacking anyone. We need to get the attention off of us. Am I correct? Can I try to just act as normal as possible, talking in the group. Understand that they're looking at us.
fact
Just
that-
to-
oh,
the fact
I
that
have
you
an
have to-
idea.
Do you know what
The
I'm?
fact that you have to roll just to act normal
That's
is
the
a problem.
Can we all turn to the guards, smile and wave, and then do a persuasion roll to see if they
We
think we're
could do
normal
that.
people?
No,
All
yeah.
of us do persuasion roll.
Let's roll an act. Let's do an act natural roll.
Okay.
Right, yeah,
I
act
was going
natural.
to say for deception, just act like we're just talking in a circle and not talking about
I think-
snatching a dude's eye out.
I think we
Yeah.
all have.
As the voice of what's actually going on here,
Right.
if the party so chooses, I'll allow you guys to turn, and if one of you wants to address the oncoming mook with a persuasion check,
I'm gonna do it.
I would
You're gonna do
gladly.
it? I
do
think they
that.
have way stronger
just
persuasion than
way
you.
up there.
Paradil's the one who said it. He acts first.
Okay, go for it.
Christ.
Oh, that's pretty good.
18.
Yeah, hey.
So a mook comes up to you and says, "What's going on here?"
We're just enjoying the party, man, just like everybody else.
It sounded for a moment like you were taking a little bit of an unhealthy amount of attention to our boss, Mayor Carter over here.
We're just goofing around.
We don't know any of that, but yes.
Well, the only reason I know that is because he.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But I mean, we don't know who Mayor Carter is. Our characters don't.
Right.
Some other characters that we might have played another time do.
So anyway,
Sorry about that. My buddy here was, making fun of his one eye situation. We're trying to calm him down, and
Yeah.
we won't be any trouble.
No, you won't be. Because you're about to be removing yourself from here if you're talking about the mayor's eye like that. It's a
No,
sensitive topic.
we were trying to shut him down. We're on the same
You
page.
can shut him
I
down
assure
somewhere
you.
else.
Can I roll a?
Can we back him up?
Persuasion?
Stop. Can I please say something now? Because you guys are all just like fucking flying over Paradil, or
Whoa.
flying over Felix, and he's the one who has the plan here,
Felix.
and y'all ruined it.
Felix, make moves then, because all you're doing is talking here. You're all about making the plans. Let's enact a plan.
You were the one who grabbed somebody by the back of the
Again,
head.
action.
Also, Massimo, what's your AC on those daggers that Fran just shot you, man?
Are you finished?
I'm
you
just
finished?
telling you.
Are you finished?
You're still talking.
Felix.
Thank you.
It's gonna murder all.
I actually have
not me.
an offer for the mayor of Tarantus. See, I'm a venture capitalist, and I believe that I have a proposal for an investment for this city that would be of great interest to Mayor Carter.
Okay. Come. Make the persuasion check on that. I'm not looking for you to swing hard. I just want to make sure that you're selling it right.
16.
16 is great.
Okay,
So the mook says, you only. Come with me.
that's totally fine.
Make your pitch.
Well, you lost an ally in this fight.
Because he didn't bring you with him.
I was Plan B.
No, I'm silencing the voices so that I can have a conversation with this mayor and try to get this to work without arousing a gigantic amount of suspicion by just snatching a dude's eye.
Well,
So-
Felix, when you have a plan,
We're
you
not
gotta-
talking anymore.
You gotta tell about the group. You gotta tell the group.
We're not talking anymore. I'm by myself
That was
now.
a good plan.
I'm by myself now.
I thought this was a democracy.
Nope.
Okay.
Felix dictatorship.
And so yes, let's we move along. This will be a quick thing because
Yes.
as the mook tells you, you've got 1 minute.
That's all I need. If you don't mind,
Yep. I'm actually going to pull up a 1 minute timer for you to
Okay.
give the pitch.
if you don't mind, a little privacy. This is very sensitive details. I don't want them to leak to the general public yet.
Yes. Your discretion for our discretion.
I appreciate that.
All right. So you're brought in and you're sat on the chair just immediately off to the left of Mayor Carter here.
Mm-hmm.
He turns to you. 1 minute.
Good evening.
Go.
I am Flabbergast Flizzaflop, and I'm a venture capitalist, and I have something that I feel would be a great investment in the city of Tarantus, not only for its financial future, but for the good of its people. And also, and don't mind me saying, an opportunity to make a lot of gold. Why don't I just show you? So I'm going to lean in a little closer, and I'm going to pull open the bag of holding.
Okay, good. We're right at the 30-second mark of your talking, so we'll pause it for the action.
I'm going to remove the bauble
Yes.
Oh, yes.
and just show him a glimpse of the bauble, as he
All right.
must make a DC 17 intelligence saving throw, or else he'll give me the most valuable item on his person.
Now, this was why Fran gave me the note earlier. He was essentially grabbing the real bauble out of manservant's.
Let me just say something, though. This is how things get messed up by nobody telling anyone what is going
Because
on.
I didn't want you or Hoblet to take it.
Why would we take it?
We were talking about it!
It was a good plan. Why would we take
Fran,
it?
that's fucked up.
Yes.
That's
so,
bad. That's
all
a
right.
that's a
Fran,
bad
you
move.
fucked up.
No, so we're going
Total
to,
Felix
we're going to pause for a second, and we're going to rewind what happened here.
Yes.
So he writes the note, passes it over. The next thing he asks is what kind of magical, fun things are around. I rolled, and the roll I made was a 20, so it was whatever he wanted it to be. I know what he was trying to do based on that note.
So he
was
got more
going to
baubles.
sleight of hand
Correct.
away the bauble away from you and replace it with
It was
a
in
lookalike.
manservant's.
Or away
chest,
from manservant.
which you would have found out had you gotten in the chest.
Again, even if I would have got it, you know what all you would have had to do? Hey, Mort, can I have the bauble? Sure.
Because Mort has been
this-
so
and-
rational.
Massimo,
That's
no,
absolutely-
Massimo, that's not true. You're,
That's
you're fucked-
100%
absolutely
true.
false.
That's
Even
fucked
if
up.
it's correct, I loved how they were doing it.
It
and
was
a
incredible.
really great mechanic
It worked
for doing
out
it.
very well.
And I love it. I didn't even see this coming until you
How
did
are
it.
we all
It
still
was
friends?
perfect.
I don't understand this.
This is
We
so
have
backhanded.
betrayed each other. We have fucked with each other.
This is
This
brilliant.
It is brilliant, but so backhanded.
I think Felix should get inspiration for that.
I
personally.
think Felix
Yeah,
should
this
get
is good.
kicked
Felix
for
is
that.
going-
for the rest of the night.
Make
Adult-
a note that you have adult onset
adult
at the beginning of the
inspiration.
session because
Okay.
we're about
We're
to
about to
end
end,
this
yeah.
one.
Right. Oh yeah,
good.
that's totally what Felix would do. Totally what Felix.
Unbelievable.
It
Wouldn't
is
tell
exactly
Jaro.
what I would
And
do.
we all
Unbelievable.
feel betrayed.
I feel betrayed.
I am convinced that no one can fool me the way that I fool others.
But the thing is, you don't have to fool anyone. We're
I
your
don't
party.
care! That's what I do! Shut up!
We are
Okay.
your party.
Number one, Massimo, you would not have. Number two,
No.
Fact.
By
Yes,
fact,
absolutely would have.
Okay.
number two, Fran,
Guys,
that's fucked up.
I
Good
don't
move.
care.
Good move, Fran. I
All
Bad
right.
Now what happens?
So, I rolled a dice. I know what it is. I would like you to make a note to ask me at the end of the sessions next time what the roll is.
What?
Because it will be really amusing to you when you find out. But for right now, Mayor Carter reaches under his patch, pulls out the fake eye, and hands it to you.
Ridiculous.
So Felix just thinks his plan.
Like,
worked?
now I'm angry that it worked.
No, it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
But I'm just
Yeah.
not telling what the roll is.
What the fuck?
Hey, whatever. It worked, and that's cool. That's all that
Or-
matters.
Don't be a. Don't
fact-
It
no.
is all.
in
It's
fact-
all that
No.
matters. It is.
If
No.
you really want the spoiler, you can ask me in behind the screen tomorrow morning.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to.
It's better if we don't know.
Unbelievable, though.
Well, behind the screen
And
is
I
their Discord room that
Also
none of us
that-
can see.
Oh, bitches.
I have written that result on the map here. I've done it
Hence
right
why I
now
didn't- I
so
never
that
even
I
looked at that
can't
part.
change what I wrote here either. So
I-
I will be showing you what I wrote tonight in
Perfect.
this spot on the map.
Okay,
Does he try to take the bauble? Because everybody else does.
I think that's where this episode is ending.
You show him the bauble, and he immediately does reach under his eye patch, his left eye patch, pull out this fake eye, and hand it to you. And that's where we're going to call the episode. If you like us, you can find us on the internet.
Nice.
We can be found on Twitter at Hapless Heroes, on Reddit /r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We are also on Instagram and Facebook. Sticky links in all of those places will take us to the crown jewel of our social media presence, our Discord server, where
Not our Tinder.
No, definitely not our Tinder.
What about our
No.
grind?
No.
No mas robosexual.
But come to
So, yeah.
Discord, hang out with us.
Come hang out, come interact with us. Now, if you really, really like us, leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. It would mean ever so much to us.
And Quinn.
Mostly Quinn.
Mostly Quinn's ego.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Who is very much damaged right now. I need to talk about this.
I do
The
too.
betrayal.
Later.
After
it's
this.
wonderful. But we love hearing your feedback. We'd obviously prefer it to be really great feedback, but any feedback you have, we would love to hear it. You know, come communicate with us if it's really good. Put it where the world can see it so that you can recommend this podcast to them. Now, if you really, really, really like us, you can contribute to our Patreon page. Last week we rolled out a Patreon reward where, as this is the same day in real time, we haven't really decided what we're going to do with that yet, but just to put it back out there, the Hoblet notebook has been bequeathed to the party.
Get into the mind of Hoblet.
That is, that there's an asterisk on that we claim absolutely no responsibility
Yeah.
for its content.
There are several
There's
footnotes.
only one person guilty.
Nor does James.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not his fault, I guess.
There's a star after
step
get
up.
into,
I'll do it.
a cross after mind, and another double star after Hoblet in there, leading
Right.
to different.
Mind is in quotation marks.
Yes.
Burn.
And if you really like us, you really, really, really like us, you need to become an expert, like virtuosic gymnastics ribbon dancer.
Yes.
You know that event?
It's
Where
like
the
the best
gymnastics
event.
person uses the ribbon dancer writing
Yeah,
on the
it's
wall.
called-
It's called
yeah.
the fall.
It's called
Um,
ribbon.
It is called ribbon.
It's called
Just
ribbon.
Ribbon dancer, having so much fun. Ribbon dancer, gotta get one. And you need to subvert the length rules in that sport, make a super fucking long one, and learn how to write Hapless Heroes in cursive with the ribbon dancer and promote our podcast that way.
I'm into it.
That's pretty
I love
Nice.
it so much.
Yes. So that's it for this week of Hapless Heroes. We're going to outro our cast starting from our right. We've got the gorgeous Morton Mack, played by Massimo.
I feel personally betrayed.
No shit. We've been over that.
Personally, deeply hurt and betrayed.
He got one over on everybody here.
But
it was
also-
fantastic.
Except for Jarrell.
I
But
saw
also
it.
very
I didn't
proud.
really know.
But also honestly very
Yeah.
proud. Extremely clever, but still very betrayed.
And it had layers. He got one over on me, and I knew what was happening.
Right.
It was great. And
I've
it
never
was
seen
perfect,
Fran
and it
more
took me
proud.
exactly where
He's so, and you know what? It actually bugs me. I'm a little
Plan
bugged.
worked.
No, it's great. It's just his face.
Had he told any of us, it would not have worked.
I disagree,
Yeah.
and I'll leave it there.
Getting back on our outro, we have got.
I want to talk about this.
You don't get to.
I know, but I have to set limits at some point.
Right.
You should.
Yes, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
Glaring at Felix right now. Like, just have told me that was the plan.
Any of us.
I would have went with it. Betrayed. Just betrayal.
And to his right, the betrayer himself, the fabulous Felix Visibottom, played by Francesco.
That's a plan.
Go fuck yourself.
To his right, we've got Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time, we don't
And-
kill each other first.
And to his right, we've got Pair to Lincoln Woods, played by Zach.
Please talk to us about this on our Discord, because I'm not sure you can classify this as a plan, really. It sort of seems impulsive.
It relies on a lot of
plan.
luck.
It just
This was
wasn't.
diabolical.
It was my master plan.
Yeah.
No,
it never.
No, there's no way.
Does-
That's not a
does-
master plan.
Does a plan get the dub? Get
Yes,
called
is this a plan? Are the
if-
Muppet Babies
if
superheroes?
only-
Talk to us on
No.
Discord.
If only when it's actually told to somebody as a plan.
I told me the plan.
That's just a
Great.
secret, guy.
If Felix writes down an agenda in the woods and no one is around, is this
That's
a
what I'm
read it?
saying. It's not
Is
a
it a
plan.
And my name is Dave, and I have been your host and Dungeon Master for this evening. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
Okay, love you, bye.
Can we talk about this now?
I need to talk about this.
Can we talk about this now?